This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, April 1st, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush, and the Phoenix Monitor today. We'll talk to Breeja Larson, the Texas A&M freshman, just finished second in the 100 and 200 breast at the NCAA Championships. Breeja Larson joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from College Station, Texas. Breeja, welcome to the Morning Swim Show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, a couple of silver medals, so to speak, in your freshman year. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Now, especially not too bad when, and a lot of people don't know this, you really just started swimming like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
That is incredible, first of all, but I mean, how do you all of a sudden decide to start swimming at, your senior year in high school?
Well, I've done summer swim with my family growing up. Never liked it. I thought it was really hard. My sister was always better at it than I was, and I was always competing with her. And then freshman year, they had me try it out. First 2 weeks, I hated it, but they told me to stick with it till the first meet. And everyone on the team was just amazing. It was the best team experience I've ever had. And I decided I liked it. But then my sophomore year, I really wanted to try out volleyball. So I did a volleyball club. And then my sophomore year in high school, I moved to Idaho. And then I did volleyball and softball. And then junior year, I decided to give swim a shot again. But their swim school or their swim team wasn't a sanctioned team. And so we did about 4 hours a week. We had meets on Thursdays and then on Fridays. It wasn't very much swimming at all. And then my senior year, I decided to crack down more. And I asked my parents if I could move to Mesa, Arizona, because they have better swim programs there. And they let me. So I lived with my aunt for a year. And I joined Mesa Aquatics there. And the swim coach, Brad Herring, he sparked the flame. I wasn't serious about swim, but I knew I could get some college money, maybe go to a D2 school, just kind of have swim paces in college. And then, he sparked the flame and I loved it. And I kept trying really hard and it turned out pretty well.
Now, you hadn't been swimming most of your high school career, so you were definitely under the radar to a lot of schools, but since obviously you're so good now, it's fun to kind of look back. Were there how many schools really try and recruited you?
I had Northern Arizona University contacted me. I contacted Boise State, University of Houston tried, A&M, BYU was really persistent, but I only took trips to Boise State, BYU, and Texas A&M.
So Texas A&M was the only, really top-tier program that took an interest in you?
Well, it was really hard because BYU, I was kind of a legacy because I had an uncle, David Larson, who had married my aunt, Becky Larson. They were both on the team, and they were really good. And then, Boise was kind of a hometown feel. I had a lot of friends there that I had met in high school. It would have been really neat to go back. They're my favorite football team, besides A&M. And I wasn't considering A&M at all. It was Texas. Who wants to go to Texas? And then I came here, and the second I walked on campus, it just felt right. It just felt like home. It wasn't a super classy, flashy school, but it was just homey. And everyone was just relaxed and seemed like they had a lot of fun. There's a lot of positive attitude on the team, and I thought it was just a really good fit.
Did they offer you a scholarship?
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
saw something. They saw something that a lot of other people missed on. So props to Texas A&M. Well, it's obviously working. Not only are you an incredible raw talent, but you're getting the training that you need there. You've dropped, is this right, 4 seconds in the 100 and 16 seconds in the 200 over the past year or two?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, everybody does that, Breeja. Come on.
From when I entered campus, yeah. My senior year of high school, it was pretty significant. Brad Herring, he kept me going. I started out in my 100 breaststroke. The first time I raced it, it was about a 110, and then it was really fun to see the drops because about every single race I dropped a second until the last race of state finals, and I added a second. That was kind of sad to see that little thing go, but it was really fun. And then the 200 that was the biggest mind-blowing thing to me this year. Because I hated the 200. You know, it was like 8 laps of breaststrokes. Who wants to do that? But Steve has really worked with me with pacing, and I still never expected to do this well in the 200. But it's been a pretty crazy ride.
So there's got to be some things that you're still figuring out, you know, stroke-wise or racing-wise. I mean, you're still green.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, the best compliment I've heard this year is that my underwaters have been good and my turns are improving because, you know, all through swimming in senior year, I've had other coaches from other club teams come and talk to me and my parents and like everyone else. They're like, you know, you're doing really well, but you've got a really ugly stroke, you know, like you've got a lot of power, but it doesn't look very graceful. And so the biggest compliment this year was that your stroke is looking good. And I've been working really hard on it, and it's definitely paying off. But there's still a lot of things. Like I know my turns can be a lot faster because I watch the videos, and it seems like they turn faster, but then I get them on my underwaters. So if I can get those turns down, I'm hoping to drop another second or so.
Well, do we need to start mentioning you in the 2012 conversation? I mean, I'm
Um,
serious. You're you're on the radar now, but I mean, we haven't seen what you can do long course yet, really. Do you think you've got Olympic potential?
I hope so. You know, it would be great. I like to do it for my team and for my family, you know, and for myself too. It'd be an incredible experience. Like I never, you know, I just wanted to go to a D2 school. I just wanted to make it to some college team to pay for my schooling. And then it comes to this and it's crazy. And I think the neatest part of this experience is seeing the light in the kids on my club team. You know, they see what hard work can bring you to. And that's been probably the best part of this is the seeing the people that I can try to inspire to keep swimming because it's an incredible sport, you know, and it'd be really neat. And I've met a couple of the Olympic athletes, and it's really neat because you know they're just normal people. They're normal people who do workouts just like everyone else does. They eat the same kind of food that everyone else does. And you know, my coaches have told me, you know, they deserve it just as much as you do. They put in the work, and you put in the work, and you're going to the same meet. You know, like this summer or last summer at nationals, just walking around, seeing everyone with their Olympic tattoos, it was crazy. It was like walking around superstars in Hollywood, and they were just normal swimmers. You know, they warm up and they warm down, and I've had the opportunity to like speak with Amanda Beard a couple of times because she swims with Ford Aquatics. She's just 2 hours away from me, and I raced her in prelims at nationals, and she helped me a lot. It was just really neat to you know see someone of such a high status in the swimming world just completely relaxed and friendly with everyone else to help them get through their swim.
Bria, I'm just kind of smiling listening to you because I'm just like, I don't think you have any idea just how much raw talent you have and how much potential there still is. So it's going to be fun to watch over these next 3 years, maybe even longer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bria, congrats on what you did this year. And again, it's going to be fun, not only college, but I think internationally could be interesting.
Thank you.
All right, congrats. That's Breeja Larson joining us from College Station, Texas. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.